Hi everyone, we are discussing about the control flow activities in Azure Data Factory. In our last session, we have discussed about the get metadata activity with an example. In this video, we will discuss filter activity, how we can use the filter activity and where we should use the filter activity. Filter activity we generally use in the pipeline to give a filter condition to the input array. So let's see how we can implement this in the Azure Data Factory from the portal. To implement the filter activity in this pipeline, we can see here the filter activity is there under iteration and conditional. In our last video, we have used the get metadata activity to retrieve the metadata of the files which we have in our storage. It can be our storage in cloud or local storage or anywhere wherever this particular activity dataset is pointing to. So we have used the dataset we have used the files from the storage account, which is our blob storage. So these are the files we have used in our get metadata, and the same files we will use in our filter activity also. So let's say we have a scenario or we have a requirement to use only the person data or person files, so that from these files only the person file will be processed further to make any kind of data transformation or any kind of activity. So here that for that kind of requirement we'll use filter activity. Filter activity we have very less settings. We'll give the item and we'll give the condition. Item is the input array, and that input array is the data which we are retrieving from the get metadata activity. So here we'll add the dynamic expression, and as we know the get metadata activity output is the input for our filter activity. So here we'll choose the get metadata activity output and we'll take the child item. As we remember that we have used the child item as a argument in our last activity, so this is we are taking as a input in our filter activity. Then the condition, will add a dynamic condition to it, and our aim is to take only the data which belongs to the person. So we'll check wherever file contains the person word, those files only we will proceed further. So for this we'll use a function, and we have lot many functions here you can see, and from this we'll take the string function. Under the string function, let's see which one we can use. Starts with. So we can use the starts with function. And for this starts with, we need some argument, and what all argument is required we can check here also. We can hover on this starts with, and here we can see it is written checks if the string starts with a value case insensitively. For example, this. So it has given me an example how to use this. So in this example, the first argument is the full string and the second argument is my filter condition. So our string is the item name and the filter string is person. So this is how we have implemented the settings for filter activity. Let's execute this to see how it is working. We'll execute this in a debug mode, so we can see the input and the output of this particular activity. the execution is started. It is successful. When we are hovering on this, we can see this is the input and this is the output. When we will click on the input, we can see the get metadata activity output is the input for the filter activity, and the output of the filter activity is only the person.csv file. So it means only one file we have which contains the word person, and this file only moving further to the further activities. So we have seen that our filter activity is working fine. So this is how we can implement the filter activities in our pipeline. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we will understand one more control flow activity, that is if activity. Thank you.